Hello my lovelies, welcome back to another episode of the Year of Cooking Canuck. Once again, thanks so very kindly for joining me. Big shout out and welcome to my new subscribers, and a big hello, welcome back to my current subscribers. Guys, on today's segment of Memories of Malta, we're going to be making delicious ravjul. Simply put, that's Maltese ravioli. Now I say Maltese, however this recipe is more fashioned after our sister island of Gozo. So it's more of a Gozitan recipe. As you know, Malta is an archipelago, so we have flavors from all corners of our islands here, and today I'm going to show you how to make this amazing ravioli. Guys, if you don't have all of the ingredients, don't worry, I will give you substitutions. Now, Maltese ravioli is also known for its sauce, which is kept very simple, rustic, and basic, but very yummy. So guys, without further ado, let's get in the kitchen and do this beautiful ravjul recipe. Ayya! Guys, as usual, welcome to the kitchen countertop. So we're going to start on our ravioli pasta. So in my bowl here I have my flour and I have an egg. Guys, all of the amounts that I'm using will be below in the description bar. Click show more. So I've added just my flour and one egg. I'm going to add just a pinch of salt. I'm using pink Himalayan. Use sea salt. Pinch. And I have my water here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to add gradually as I need. So I'm going to reserve some back, and what I'm going to do is go ahead and start combining this, and I'll bring you back. As you can see, my dough is quite ragged and still very dry, so I'm going to go ahead and add more water. And always keep some extra water on hand in case. Continue to pull this together, and as it pulls together, I'll bring you back. At this point, guys, it's still quite dry, but I felt it and it's quite moist. So I'm going to go ahead and start using my hands to bring the dough together. That way you get more of a feel for your pasta dough. And as you can see, it's already starting to come together. So I'm going to continue with this. I'll add water if I need to, and I'll bring you back once all of the dough is smooth and put together. Okay guys, as you can see, my dough is coming together. And what I'm going to want to do now is put this on a clean board. If you need more flour so it doesn't stick, have some flour standing by. And you're going to want to knead this now for about 10 minutes. So get your workout, guys. Alright, as I said, if it feels too sticky, you can always add just a bit more flour. Knead this, and I'll bring you back. Kneading the dough, guys, really activates the gluten, and it makes sure that your dough is going to be smooth and elastic. It's already starting to take shape. So continue at it, like I said, for about 10 minutes. Get your workout, and then I'll bring you back and show you what I do with this dough next. Guys, you want your dough to be able to be stretched without tearing. If you pull a piece of your dough and it rips off straight away, it needs more kneading. So mine is starting to take shape and looking good and feeling good, and as you can see, I can stretch it. So at this point, I'm happy with my dough, I'm happy with the consistency. It's very soft and pliable. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this in a bowl, just plainly. I'm going to just put some parchment paper over the top. You can use cling film if you use it. And I'm going to put this in the fridge for about 2 hours. Not for it to rise, because there's no yeast, but it'll allow the elasticity of the dough to work with the gluten, and it'll be better to roll out. So this is going to go in the fridge for 2 hours. In the meantime, let's go ahead and make our sauce. Hey guys, it's time to start on our sauce, or salsa. And it's very, very simple. And when you have a ravioli in Malta or Gozo, the sauce should be kept simple because it's all about the ravioli. So if you have some garlic, some passata, and olive oil, you're in. Add some salt, possibly a pinch of sugar if you need it, and optionally you can put in some onion powder, but it's not necessarily needed. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start mincing my garlic, and I'll bring you back and I'll show you what we do next. Alright guys, we're going to go ahead and make our salsa or sauce. So go ahead and turn on your element, medium high. Don't drop the cap of your olive oil. Add some good quality olive oil to your pan. Let this come to temperature. And then you're going to go ahead and add your garlic. And keep an eye on it, keep stirring it, don't let it burn. So let's get the garlic soft, and then I'll bring you back and show you what I do next. Once your garlic starts to get very aromatic, and it doesn't take long, and you don't want it to scorch, go ahead, I hope you can see that. Go ahead and add your passata. Now you're going to have a little bit of passata left in the jar. Just put a little bit of water in here. Not too much. And give it a shake. And add that to your sauce. I'm just going to season this a little bit with some salt. And just a touch of cracked black pepper, not too much. Because we want to add more to our filling. At this point, you can go ahead and turn down your heat to a simmer. And allow your sauce to simmer, and then we're going to give it a taste, and if you need to add some sugar, you can go ahead and do that. Now if you are using the onion powder, you can go ahead and add some of that as well. Again guys, this is completely optional. You don't have to add the onion powder in. I like it, it gives it a nice robust flavor. So like I said guys, go ahead, let this simmer, and I'll bring you back and we'll give it a taste and see if we need to add a pinch of sugar. Okay guys, my sauce has been simmering. I gave it a taste. I added just a pinch of sugar. You may need to, you may not need to. I'm gonna give it another taste. That's perfect. I'm going to turn my heat off. I'm going to pop a lid on it, set it aside, and when it's time to use it, it can be easily reheated. Now it's time to make our filling for our ravioli. Okay guys, I have all the ingredients for our ravioli filling. What I have here to start with is some cheeselets. Now these are called Gbejniet frisk. They're the fresh Maltese cheeselets, or Gbejniet as we call it here. They are from Gozo, and they are goat's milk, and I have also a sheep milk as well. They're quite soft, as you can see. And if you cannot get your hands on these at a Maltese deli or a European deli, you can certainly use ricotta cheese. So this is our cheeselets that we're going to start with. I also have a couple of eggs, which is going to go into this. And then I have a couple of handfuls of grated Parmesan, or Gbejniet or Capillatore. Again, all of the amounts I'm using will be below in the description bar. So I'm going to put that in. Then I also have a bit of finely minced parsley, which is fresh. And then I'm going to add some pepper. Now guys, ricotta or Gbejniet loves pepper, so it's up to you how much you put in, but I'll be a bit generous. Again, you can always salt and pepper your ravioli once it's cooked and on the plate. But you want your filling to be very flavorful. Don't forget guys, this is your last chance to season your filling, as you won't be able to really taste it because of the raw eggs. Now there is the grated Parmesan, which is salty, but you can go ahead and add a bit of sea salt. I'm using the Himalayan pink. Again guys, salt and pepper are to your taste. And then what you're going to simply want to go ahead and do is give this a mash with a fork. You can use a whisk. So go ahead and get all this mashed and I'll bring you right back. Guys, this smells absolutely delicious. And we have the right consistency that we want. We've mashed it all up. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover this and I'm going to put it into the fridge until we're ready to stuff our ravioli. Next up, let's get out our ravioli dough and start rolling our pasta. Okay guys, it's time to make our pasta. I've taken the dough out of the fridge and I've taken a section off, lightly floured my work board here, and now I'm going to go ahead and try to roll out a rectangular shape. And I'm going to keep up this shape, and I'll bring you back when I have the shape and thickness that I desire. Okay guys, I have my ravioli formed into a rectangular shape, and you want your dough quite thin. You should be able to see through it. After all, this is a pasta. So now with Maltese ravioli, they are square, they're round, they're sometimes even half moon shaped. However, they're quite large. They're larger than your normal ravioli that you're used to. So I'm going to be using round shape today. This is normally for an egg, to cook an egg. However, you can use the bottom of a measuring cup, a glass, or even a ravioli maker if you get it in a large size. First thing you want to do is make sure that both sides of your ravioli are going to fit your mold, which this does. Now, you can do this two ways. You can fill your ravioli and fold it and cut it, or you can cut this in half and place the top on the bottom and then cut them. Today, I'm just going to fold it over. So what I want to do is I'm going to make sure, hoping that I show you, that my filling is going to fit in these ravioli. So I'm going to start with this one. I have my ravioli filling. Be generous, but don't overfill them, as you obviously don't want them to burst on you. Okay, and then continue with the next one, leaving space in between, obviously. And if you use the same size spoon, they'll be somewhat uniform. However, it's not necessary, guys. These are homemade. It's not from a machine, and that's what makes them so endearing. So I'm going to continue in this fashion with the rest of my ravioli, and I'll bring you right back. Okay guys, I have all my filling on, so what I want to do now is fold this over to create the top of the ravioli. And what you want to do is do this gently, as to not break your pasta. But you're also going to want to make sure that there are no air pockets. So before you lay it down, give it a push in between each piece. Making sure that there's no air pockets. Flour if you need to. And then you're going to use your cutter and cut your ravioli shapes. And you're going to continue with the rest of them, and I'll show you what I do with them next. So now I have all of my ravioli shapes cut out. I have here my cutting board with some parchment paper lightly floured, which will receive them once I take them out. So go ahead and remove the excess flour, or dough rather, and this can be used to make more. Roll it back up. Very soft and supple, very stretchy, beautiful dough. And then simply get a fork and gently go around the edges to seal your ravioli. It's easier to show you when they're not beside each other. And then place this on your board and continue doing the same thing with all of your ravioli. Once these are all done, I'll bring you back, guys. So again, I rolled out that leftover pasta and I have my filling. I'm going to do the same thing, folding. Getting rid of any air pockets in between. And then we're going to cut our ravioli. Again, I'll crimp these edges, and then I'll bring you back when we're ready to cook our ravioli. Alright gang, this is my second batch of 12 ravioli. So in the recipe that I've given you down below, just click on show more. This should yield you 48 ravioli. Hey guys, so I have my pot of water here, and it is salted And I put a little bit of olive oil in there. So we're gonna go ahead and just turn this down a little bit and put our ravioli in here. Now, when they come to the top and float up, you'll know that they're done. They look great. So we'll bring you back when that's all done. Alright guys, it's time to plate up our ravioli. So I'm going to start with some of our homemade sauce. Just smelling lovely. Put some of that on the plate. Gorgeous. And then let's get some of our ravioli. And they floated to the top. So they're cooked. And they're lovely. Pat it dry with a bit of paper towel so you don't get excess liquid. Oh, look at that. Oh, gorgeous. Gorgeous. And guys, these ravioli can be also frozen. You can freeze these, no problem. Freeze them on a tray individually, and then you'll have them whenever you want some gorgeous Maltese ravioli. It's a little bit fussy, I have to admit, but guys, the flavor and the taste is going to be unparalleled to anything out there. You will please yourself, your family, your friends. Who doesn't love homemade, fresh pasta? Come on, guys, really? So guys, I'm gonna put one more on here. As you can see, they're quite large, and that is the signature to our Maltese ravioli. If you're ever in Malta, or if you live in Malta, you know, or if you go to Gozo, you'll know that these beautiful ravioli are served to you. So what we're going to do is just add a little bit more sauce on top. I mean, there is already some on the bottom, but let's put a little bit more because it's so good. Brilliant. And then we'll top it with some grated cheese. Mantel Hawk. Beautiful, beautiful. And then I have a lovely sprig of fresh basil. Guys, look at that. It's so worth it. Thank you so much for watching this segment of Memories of Malta and the Euro Cooking Canuck. Please like, please share, please comment. Love all your comments. And if you haven't subscribed, do so if you want to, and tell your friends. Guys, we'll see you next time on the Euro Cooking Canuck. Thank you so much for joining me. Few pics to follow. Ciao.